not date black women. It's just that your preference is white women. Is that accurate? Or what's up? Like,
Again, I look at life as business. I don't date. It's not because when you,
do
I don't
you
date.
date black women?
I don't date black women because they black. It's not, you can't answer
Bro, do
because of that.
you
It's
date
yes.
black women?
I date all women. White women understand business relationships easier than black people do. White women understand teamwork easier than certain black women do, especially if it's another woman involved. If they're not the only woman involved, then they're not gonna understand it. I'm not a person that's only gonna be with one woman. I have multiple women in my life. They have to understand that there's multiple women in my life.
Now you may ask yourself, why should we care what a very clearly piss poor Pookie, borderline buck broken bandit with bows in his hair says about black women? But I'm going to tell y'all why it's important. It's so important that we debunk these false narratives and expose them for the foolishness that they are every time they pop up. Because if we do that, I think eventually these Negroes will stop saying these things in public spaces for fear that they will be the next one to be exposed. Now let's begin. Now, if you listen to what he said that he doesn't date black women because white women understand business relationships better and white women understand teamwork, but then turns around in the same breath and shows that it isn't about teamwork at all, but it's about the willingness to accept sharing him with multiple women. And you know what? He unknowingly proved my point. I have said that the majority of black men that say they are against dating black women and they choose to exclusively date white women, it's only to use them. It's only to abuse them. It's only to get them to accept behavior or treatment that they know the black woman would not tolerate or would eventually have a major problem with. And in my opinion, I don't understand why more white women are not upset at this comparison. Why would you be happy with men that aren't even in your community telling you that you are the chosen option only because you will tolerate more disrespect and you will do that with a smile? Does the idea of being elevated and put on a pedestal over black women feel so good that you will ignore the fact that they are openly saying that they choose you because they think you are weaker? Because I don't care what type of pretty bow they try to put on it. That's exactly what they are saying. And I can guarantee you that almost every single solitary black woman that is living in the U.S. has heard a black man that dates white women exclusively tell them that they choose white women because they can do their big one. They can get away with a lot and mistreat a white woman with little to no consequences from that woman. And that isn't jealousy or hatred from black women. It's just facts. And I actually feel bad for white women because I think some of them don't even know that, or maybe they do. I also want to talk about the culture of black male worship that we have in the black community. Because regardless if black women want to admit it or not, we do have a culture of uplifting and catering to black men, oftentimes even when those black men have done nothing to deserve it. And this rapper here, Sauce Walka, is actually a perfect example of this. And before I get into it, I forgot. Let me tell y'all something, okay? Me and my husband, we got forearm anime tattoos for my birthday. And this man right here, Sauce Walka, had actually popped up to talk to the artist that we got the tattoos from. And I saw this man in person. And let me tell y'all something. He looks even worse in person. Unattractive, petite. I'm not even about to get into it. And the fact that this buck broken bandit who was walking around looking like a real life stereotype of a Pookie with bobos and barrettes in his hair even has the audacity to say that he doesn't date black women because there is something wrong with them is mind-boggling to say the least. Any black woman with sense can look at this man and tell that they won't be treated well. Honestly. And this type of public slander, as I've said before, is unique to black men. Only. No other race of men does this. No other group of men publicly put down and degrade their women to uplift other races of women. Now, the most common interracial marriage in the U.S. is an Asian American female with a white American male. Do you see white men on podcasts talking about how great Asian women are and they are so much better than white women? No, you don't. Not on any notable level, and you never will. Why? Because at the end of the day, white men care about their image to the world. And they realize that the image of their women is also connected to their image. Black men are the only racial group that is yet to make the connection that the image of their women also impacts their own image. It also affects how their masculinity is perceived. And of course, for the ones that will say that I'm generalizing, we know that this doesn't apply to all black men, but let's keep it a stack. This is a huge problem in our community. And it's so frustrating to hear that black men are not choosing black women because they're not willing to tolerate mistreatment or a Negro having a million other women. It's so disgraceful. Like, I can't even tell y'all how ridiculous it is that we're having this conversation. And the fact that we don't have black men coming out and tearing this dude apart and saying that he's dead wrong is another problem entirely. And you know what? It's crazy because they made a million podcasts and a million response videos about Ebony K. Williams saying that she wouldn't date a bus driver. And she didn't even say a race. But black men took that personally, and so did the pygmies. But where is the protection for black women? Where are the people standing up and speaking out about this? Oh, okay. You'll never see it because no one cares about the black woman's image. But you know what? Sometimes they say that rejection is God's protection. And that's exactly what this is. Every black woman should be ecstatic that this man doesn't date them because he is definitely not the prize. But I digress. If y'all watch this whole video, please drop a 2 in the comments, and y'all already know why, because what? This man is boo boo. Now, if you can't donate to my Cash App to help support the channel, then that's perfectly okay. If you could just do me a free favor and subscribe to my YouTube, the link is in the bio, hit the notification bell, and drop me a like. And I really, really want to know your thoughts on this, ladies. So please, as always, drop your comments and feelings down below.